SundaysAre4Music. Hey Taya, what's going on?
So in my daily. I'm no longer on the scheduling. Learning not to rush my timeline. A time to slow and a time to grind. This is the best thing. Don't expect shit from me. And be pleasantly surprised. Surprised by the return. Oh, I'm gonna keep it on the level. Listen to your best. So when it's best to get the best to settle. When you should fall, when you can settle. Monumental incrementals, power fundamental. Gonna keep it on the level. Listen to your best. So when it's best to get the best to settle. When you should fall, when you can settle. Power fundamental. Caterpillar turn to go in a cocoon. Before a butterfly in front of you. Caterpillar turn to go in a cocoon. Before a butterfly in front of you. Caterpillar turn to go in a cocoon. Before a butterfly in front of you. Caterpillar turn to go in a cocoon. Before a butterfly in front of you. But whole world getting more radiation. They keep running frustration across the nation. Eat that but whole body gonna feel the sensation. Ain't that something? Elevation needs a transformation. Have your hands if you know what you're going to do now. Clap your hands to remember what you needed to do now. Clap your hands if you know what you needed to do now. Clap your hands if you know what you want to do now. Funk it up, skunk it up, throw it up high. Funk it up, skunk it up, throw it up high. Funk it up, throw it up high. Funk it up, throw it up high.
Okay, it happens too fast. We start searching for the night, start searching for the moment, start searching for the life. We start searching for the night, start searching for the moment to only save your life. Yeah, we start searching for the night, looking for the moment to only save your life. We start searching for the night, looking for the moment to only save your voices walk the streets at night, looking the wrong way. Yeah, something ain't right with the use of a life. Save the soul of the free. My mind is somewhere over there across the street. Eat to survive. He likes life all in between her lies. Looking at her body, she likes his mind. Delicate blows on San Juan streets and trapped deep in the moment. They both laughing at the other area world. Welcome to the envelope. Love locked in the letter. Pressed in. This is another story that don't end. For the night, looking for the moments to go and save a life. They start searching for the night, looking for the moments to go and save a life. They start searching for the night, looking for a moment to go and save a life. They start searching for the night, looking for the moment to go and save it right. Another story that don't end. Press in. This is love locked in a letter. Welcome to the envelope at the other area world. They both laughing deep in the moment. San Jose streets and trap delicate blows on. She likes his mind, looking at her words all in between her lies. Eat to survive. He likes life over there across the street. My mind is somewhere. Save the soul of the slave with the use of a life. Yeah, something ain't right. Looking at the wrong way. His voices walk the streets at night. Yeah.
searching for the light.
They start searching, they start searching, they start looking, y'all.
In the nighttime,
They start searching for the night, looking for the moment to go and get it right. Yeah, they start searching for the night, looking for the moment to go and get it right. Yeah, they start searching for the night, looking for the moment, start searching for the light. Yeah, they start searching for the night, looking for the moment to go and get it right. Moving fast, looking slow in the night, looking at the moon, your body feels fright. Moving fast, looking slow in the night, in the moon. He say light, light, sun, sun, light, light, sun, 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 light, 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 sun. For every moment that you start searching, everybody working for a piece of rehearsing. Yeah, they start looking for the soul, all up in the heart, everybody act cold. Hey yo, we gonna get it, gonna get it. Send that filter back. In the night we start searching, right, yeah. They start searching for the moment in the life, looking for the moment, looking for the right time. They start searching for the night, looking for the moment to go and get it, looking for the moment to go and save your life.
give and take. First up, many mistakes took me for granted. Now you can't shake it, since you done caught a bad break. Give and take. It was your first of many mistakes. Took it for granted, rocking that fake, cause you done caught a bad break. Don't get mad, don't get angry. You chose this life, or it chose you. Whatever you decide, so whatever you choose. So what you gonna do, where you gonna go, where you gonna hide from that pride. Don't retreat and go on, live on the inside. Release yourself. Come face to face, deal with nobody else. Just deal with yourself. Go on inside and deal with it, cause you don't want to keep hiding it. But please come back, because we need you. We need you. Give and take. First of many mistakes took me for granted. Now you can't shake, since you got a bad break. Give and take. It was your first of many mistakes took me for granted. Rocking that fake, cause you done got a bad break. Feeling lost, stranded and hopeless, damaged and torn. Open the curtain, let me see the light. The show must go on and on and on. It's not the best time for me to retreat and stay within sight, yet stay within sight.
Thank y'all for listening. Um, and coming out and all that good stuff. Wait, I'm gonna let me check the chat. Yeah, there ain't nobody but me and Tyon. Shit, you could have texted me. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, wait. Oh, this is me. Everything I played, I produced it. This is oh, this is what I call this? I call this is this is called extractions. Because I actually made this beat the day I went to the dentist and got like mad teeth pulled. So, I'm a weirdo. Like I title songs based on like what's going on, like if it's my experience or whatever the case may be. But yeah, like everything that I play is produced by me. Um, I think I only played one beat that had a different artist singing, but the music is produced by me, and the other songs or vocals that was actually me, and the male vocal is a brother named Infinito 2017. Um, I, I'm sorry I sound loud. Like I feel like I sound loud as hell. Because I can hear myself playing back and I sound like a retard. Oh, word, thanks. I actually opened up with that. So I figured I would just end with the same thing, end in the same vein. Since it's been a minute, it's been a minute since I've been here. I figured I would just play some of the stuff I was working on. I think I put maybe about four songs that were like older, um, whatever. But majority of the stuff is recent. It's stuff that I've been working on. This last beat is actually one of my favorites. I'm still working on it because it's like every time I listen to it, it's like I want to do something different to it, but I'm not like gonna add too much to it because I think it's already kind of complete. Especially once you like put some vocals or something over it. The choir in the background, I mean, it's kind of full. I actually really could leave it like that, but I don't know. I think it's a dope beat. I might just keep it for myself. I might just keep it for myself. Yeah, I think I'm. I don't know. See, that's the problem. When like I actually make something that I really like, I tend to keep it, and I don't really like give it away. But that's not. I'm not gonna say that's not very often. I don't make stuff that I don't like because I do. I don't often make music that I'm inspired and motivated to write to as of yet. I have some things that I should have been written. I should have written to a long time ago. Haven't, but definitely going forward. Pretty sure I'll have a lot of space to be able to write freely. Kind of look forward to whatever I'll be creator knows. I got subject matter. Yeah, let's play which one again? The last one. Okay, hold on. I'll play it because I was running my mouth. I didn't see you. They're gonna be like, you played this shit 3 times. I gotta turn my mic off. No, it's all good. I am so not bothered. That has never bothered me. I noticed a few months back when I kicked a certain person out of my when I kicked a certain person off of my moderator staff and team. I noticed that I started getting thumbs down after that. So no coincidence. But at the end of the day, I don't really care. That's not necessarily um, something that I worry about. Like you would have had to hit me up 5 years ago for me to be concerned about that. Because you understand what I'm saying? Like I was one of the first people to out here to do Uber and all of that shit. So I was on the forefront of the light culture. So I got to understand what that shit really truly means. You know what I mean? And because this isn't my livelihood, because I don't get paid from YouTube, because this is not how I make my money, this is not how I live my life. This is not what's in my thought process. I could give two shits about your thumbs down. As a matter of fact, you actually showed me love by coming over and listening and giving me the view and your thumbs down. So I totally appreciate it. So any attention can be absolute great attention and promotion if you know exactly what to do with it. So I appreciate all of those who come over, spread your love with your thumbs up and your thumbs down because I could give two shits. All right. Nevertheless. Oh, no, it's all good. Like, I'm not super sensitive about this internet thing. Um, because I don't know. Like, I've been around for a long time. I've been on the internet since 1998. And the first thing I signed up for, of course, was an AOL account because you had to have an AOL account in order to actually log in. And then after that, I got on Yahoo as Nekaybaaw 9, even back then, 1998. Check the facts. 1998, Nekaybaaw 9. That was me. I even had Nubia 6, but I changed it to Nekaybaaw. I've been doing this since 98. I think the second thing I signed up for was Black Planet. And I stayed on Black Planet well until 2000s, until after MySpace. And for whatever reason, I deleted my Black Planet page. And I deleted my MySpace page. Those are probably two things that I really hate that I did was delete those pages because I had a lot of info there. There was a lot of content, a lot of information that I put together over the years. A lot of it was original. Some of it was written, taken from other books and literature. Man, I just hate like I really got rid of those pages, especially my MySpace, because I kind of built that up around my music production. I feel like a lot way better than I've done in any other medium since then. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I do my IG. I use my IG the most, so I probably put more effort into doing stuff over there. But yeah, whatever. Right, right. Man, AIM was dope, but you know what? I have always been one of those people that straddle the fence of like I didn't really do what the norm did. So I went with the Yahoo account. And I felt like Yahoo was better because Yahoo had all those groups. You remember like you can go into like this room, that room, you can chat with this person, that person, like all different types of scenarios or different types of uh genres or topics that you can kind of go in and kick it or whatever. So like I was a avid Yahoo groups user. I didn't use AIM as much. I have a MySpace music, but it's not my original music page. I don't even talk about it. Like I don't even publicize it. Nothing because it's kind of a waste of time. Like I just remember we had to put that joint in there. Remember that noise and shit it made? It's like what the fuck? but you know what I'm saying? If you were like if you was skilled at that shit, you knew what it sounded like when it was about to connect. Like you knew exactly what the sound was like. He was like, oh shit, this about to go now. It's about to go. It's about to cut off. We're about to get in there. Man, those were the days. Shit was just a lot simpler. Things were a lot simpler, a lot easier. I just, even going down to interacting with people over the internet because that was like some of the first time that we could actually interact with one another without having to send a letter in the mail and become pen pals. Um, it was like, I think it was an awesome invention, but I just think that the major thing for me has always been to be able to connect to the world and connect to others, especially other people that have a like mind. I think it's pretty and amazing in that light. But definitely over time, things have progressed, and the more access we have to technology, the more humanity lose. Say that one more time. The more access we have to technology, the more we lose humanity. Like, seriously. You know what? I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all because I like cassette. I'm sorry, y'all. I got this contraption, all this shit in my mouth. Got me talking like I don't even understand. Okay, I miss cassette tapes. I was one of those people like I'm an audiophile, so I love it in every form. But I'm definitely old school. I like the way vinyl sounds, and I definitely like the way cassette sounds. Now, if you want to go high depth, then you get into CDs and Blu-rays and things of that nature, and I don't have a problem with that. I mean, to be honest, I like sound in its form in general, so it doesn't really matter. And definitely, the better, the crisper the sound for me, the the better it is. Um, it just it just is. But anyway, but like my mom said, I was thinking the whole technology thing. It's really interesting because one of the things that I really wanted to do, I'm probably not gonna do it right now. I mean, it just depends. You know what I'm saying? But have you seen that? Have you seen that movie on Netflix, Bandersnatch? Have you watched that? The interactive film. Has anybody watched that? But Bandersnatch. It was weird. I mean, it was weirdly interesting. Yeah, like I buy music in all forms. I buy vinyl, CDs. I haven't bought a CD in a while. I buy MP3s. I buy it all. Like I don't really have a excuse me, I don't have a limitation when it comes to how I purchase my music. You know what I mean? Like I don't want any form of it to be wiped out. Because I mean, you still get CDs, especially if you go to shows and most artists have merch. CDs is merch. Okay. Anyway, real quick, I'm gonna go back to Bandersnatch real quick. Um, I thought it was a very interesting film because, like I said, it is an interactive film. So it's Netflix's first interactive film for adults only, not a kids movie. It's an adult film. I definitely think it is a very serious film. It's dealing with a lot of serious subject matter. I would definitely love to get into it with more people that have actually watched it because it is completely promoting a lot of different things that I think, well, a few different things. It's definitely promoting suicide. It's promoting hallucinogen drugs as a means of reaching the higher realms of our thought process. It's also exploring the idea of killing parents. You know what I'm saying? And it definitely, most definitely, the complete film is about free will. It's about free will and also control. I'm telling you, this thing is really, really deep. I thought it was pretty interesting, but it's definitely to be definitely to be studied. Hey Jason, what's going on? Long time no hear, talk, see. Let me see. Oh yeah, raising children. Internet can make you feel trapped, like in the net. You smell me. You have to step away. Get back to walking barefoot in the grass. Okay, interesting. You say that, and I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that. But that's a whole other thought process and concept. That's a thought process and concept that is not of the norm. That ain't no 85 a thought process. Most 85ers are not thinking, let me take my shoes off and put my feet in the grass. We're not really thinking that. I think it's a wonderful thing because with that comes grounding. There's a whole bunch of shit that I can go into symbolically of what the feet stand for and how we use our feet every day to walk and trample devils. So therefore, we must create a rehabilitation process for feet and the travel that those feet do and the destinations that it take us to. So without a doubt, I definitely agree with that. But like I said, that ain't no 85 of concept. That's like some elevated, you know what I'm saying? Because most people don't know. Most women don't know that when they're on their menstrual cycle and cramping extremely bad, you can literally actually go and sit outside, go and sit on the ground, sit in some dirt, and it will actually ease that process of the cramps. That's some real true shit. But it can't be no damn trampled in dirt. It's got to be some good soil. We're not just talking about the regular dirt up under the railroad tracks and shit. We're talking about some good soil that's been fertilized, that's been touched, been worked. But I don't disagree with that statement. I definitely don't disagree. But I don't know. It's hard to say step away from the internet or step away from technology in general because technology is running shit. It's running everything. Yeah, check the movie out. Um, Whenever you can, for sure. I definitely say it was a good um study film. It's a good film to talk, to speak on, create dialogue, with whatever. A lot of great things can kind of come out of it. A lot of great dialogue can come from the concept, I think. But yeah, whenever you get a chance, definitely check that out. I recommend everyone check it out. I really have watched quite a few things that have sparked my thought process as of late that I would definitely love to like kind of delve into. Um, like I said, this film Bandersnatch is one. One of the first films that I really wanted to talk about, I had mentioned it briefly somewhere else. It's a film called Hereditary. It's a horror film that was excellent, in my opinion. If you're a horror film person, definitely done on the older style of horror, so it's not a bunch of gore, blood, and guts and shit. It's more of a score. The writing is great, and the moment of suspense are excellent. So I think that was a great film. But the concept that it's exploring demonic possession is what something that I definitely want to get into because I think it's akin to life. So a lot of the films that I like or the things that I want to talk about are akin to life, you know. And of course, before I even knew it was popular, I actually watched Bird Box because I mean I got Netflix, so I saw quite a while ago the trailer and shit. And if anybody that knows me, knows anything about me, knows that I am all things apocalyptic when it comes to that subject matter. So any film that is on an apocalyptic, world-ending science fiction type of tip, I probably will be watching it. I probably have watched it, or I have it in my possession of some sort. But I definitely said I was going to check it out. I'm not a big fan of Sandra Bullock, so for me, it was nothing but the trailer. Trailers what drove me, because, like I said, I'm not a fan of hers. She does not make me want to see anything that she's in. But that's just me. I'm not a fan of her acting. I'm not saying that she's anything. I'm just saying I'm not a fan. I can't with you, Tyan. How you gonna follow? Let me tell you, I put that movie on one Sunday, and I literally probably watched that movie for about 7 hours, and that's because I kept stopping it, starting it. I kept stopping, pause. No, I kept pausing, 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 pausing. Because every time I would pause, I would go and look up something and research something that they said, or some type of symbol, or a name, or whatever it was. Like it took me like 6.5, 7 hours to get through it. It was that much shit. And I think that's why I kind of want to get into it because it was a lot. It came with a lot. And I appreciated the film because it came with a lot. Like I said, it's on the old style, so you ain't getting like, a bunch of, you getting that old Damien Omen, Carrie, you getting that style of film. You know what I'm saying? So you're not, it, don't be looking for the hatchets to come out and blood flying all over the screen. That's just not popping. But the weirdness, weird scenes, shit coming out of the blue, booms, twists, knocks and turns. That is that. Yeah. mm, You know what? Bird Box was okay. It was okay. It was okay because I felt like, and I'll say we felt like there was a lot missing. I'm not gonna say a lot, but there were key things that were missing. There were key things that were not explained in this film, and it pissed me the fuck off because those key things I feel were detrimental to the film. And I don't understand for the life of me why they wouldn't explain this, that, and the third. Even though I could kind of put two and two together and understand why, but they didn't explain why those one people that were driving around in a car. They didn't explain why some could see and some couldn't. Even though like I said, I put two and two together and I understand why. But you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of shit. It was hit or miss, man. I feel like it left some shit out. It left key shit out. And I feel a way about that. You can't leave key shit out in a film like this. You just can't. You cannot. You cannot. I'm feeling away. And then, man, yeah. there's a lot of shit that I want to say, but I don't want to review that movie. That's not what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want the algorithm to pick my shit up talking about this is a review of Bird Box. No, I'm not trying to review Bird Box, to be honest with you. It's worthy of a conversation panel style, but it's not worthy of my review. It's not worthy of me sitting around and reviewing that by myself. But like I said, it's worthy of a panel style conversation with multiple people with different ideas. But it's not worthy of me sitting here telling you about it and going through all of this shit and talking about the film Bird Box. I think that's it. Hey, Vame. Hey, what's going on with y'all? Yeah, see, Taya got me over here talking about this goddamn Bird Box. I wasn't even trying to talk about this damn Bird Box and all this, all this bullshit. People want to blindfold themselves and shit. Want to get on the subway, trying to get out here and drive a car with the blindfold, trying to go to 7-Eleven and shit, get blunts. What the fuck? Like, can y'all please just watch a movie and not act like you gotta fucking act the shit out? Because ain't nobody paying y'all. When you go out here and you wreck your damn car and you drive your shit up into CVS, don't fucking come looking for a paycheck for somebody to pay you because you've been out here talking about some Bird Box. Got me. Hell on, man. That's crazy. Exactly. That's exactly what I took it as. That's exactly what I took it as. And then I went a little bit deeper. I went a little bit deeper with the people that were, because remember, we got fucking, what's his name? Charles. Remember Charles's ass? To get, see, I'm trying not to, I'm trying not to say, because I don't want to give it away. But anyway, fuck it. This is my shit. When that old fucking Olympia's ass, she let that let that nigga in the house, all hell breaks loose. But I knew right then and there when he said when he said where he came from, I knew right then and there it was about those who are woke and those who aren't. And it even told me you can be so compartmentalized mentally to the point where you can now see these entities and interact and interface with these entities. That's what it showed me. That these people that were in the um, mental institutions were the ones that were compartmentalized enough to be able to see the entity and what the entity was doing. They were the ones that were able to see its face, to see what it looked like, to be able to see clearly. Ain't that fucked up? The message is basically telling you that you got to be mentally fucked up in order to get through this goddamn paradigm that we're living in. I'm gonna just let that sit right there. Let you think about that real quick, because that's what the hell this is saying. You have got to be impaired in some way to move through this matrix. Have to be. They're basically telling you that those are the people that are going to win. But on the flip side, I also felt like it didn't delve into it, but it was giving you it by way of the children. Remember, nothing really truly, like, I don't really feel like the children would have been affected for real, because the children were pure. So we were dealing with purity with the children. And also, the main character, she was very headstrong. She didn't allow anybody to make a decision for her. I really think that helped in her advantage. That helped her. It was to her advantage because she was able to withstand the changing of the time. She was able to withstand this apocalyptic new time that they're in, retrain her thought process, you know what I'm saying, to be able to withstand it. So basically she was strong. And those who got caught up were weak because they had succumbed to all of the bullshit in life. They succumbed to all of the stress. They succumb to all of the shit that the world gives you. It ate them up inside, so therefore this entity was able to come in, snatch their souls the fuck up, and take them out of here. Okay, now these are just my thoughts. Oh, definitely. I think it's something that you can watch multiple times. Yeah, you can watch it. It can be watched. Nah, not Ivame. We're talking about because I mentioned a couple of different films, but right now we're talking about Bird Box. Bird Box. It is not a horror film at all. It is. I would give it more. It is science fiction because you know anything science the genre of science fiction, it is determined by time travel. Anytime you travel in time, that's going to be considered a science fiction film. So because they're dealing in an apocalyptic time that's not yet 2019, it's a science fiction film. But I would probably give it suspense, something like that. But it's not scary at all. I don't even think anything gross happened throughout the film. It's more psychological based. Yeah, it's definitely more psychological based. That's why more people. That's why a lot of people are talking about it right now because it definitely played on folks' emotions and it plays on people's mind state and where they are right now in terms of survival. What who can survive? What can who can withstand the time? Shit, that's what this shit. That's what's going on because right now the theme on the planet is survival, and that's in every form. That's in technology. We're trying to survive the technological advances with the chips, with everything that we're sitting here talking about. With like we were talking about the Bandersnatch, with the computers. Everything has been about surviving. Hell, now we're trying to survive pedophiles and pederasts. Everything right now is about survival, which is deep. Deep. Damn, I just thought about that. Shit, I just thought about that myself. That's weak. That's real. We are trying to survive. We're trying to survive every goddamn thing. What types of people will be surviving? Everybody ain't gonna make it. I feel like I've always known that. Everybody is not going to make it because everybody's not cut out to make it. Everyone isn't cut out to even fit into this design of a new world or new paradigm. I don't even like saying new world because I never want that to be related to any type of orders or any type of bullshit that's already been talked about for centuries. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to roll up my little joint here. Oh, I mean, so y'all got me thinking, man, it's like this world is moving rapidly. We just had a supposed new year. We just began a new fiscal year. And this past year, 2018, went by so fast. In my personal opinion, it went by so fast. It seemed like as soon as it began, it was already my birthday. Then it was the summer. And now here we are with a whole nother year upon us. Time, if it really truly exists, is moving crazy. I know a lot of us don't necessarily subscribe to time. I don't subscribe to time in the sense of how we're supposed to, but time does exist in this paradigm that good old man came up with. It does exist. Our thing is trying to fit within it. That's why I said we're surviving. We're just trying to survive. Trying to survive. And there's a lot out here, and especially if depending on what you're into, it may be it may be more than what I have going on. I don't know. I think that like time is disappearing. Not what the fuck? What the hell am I talking about disappearing? It's not disappearing. It's no, nigga. It's appearing. Goddamn, it's there. It's it's. I'm trying to say it's no. That shit is like it's gotten away from me. That I must say, and it's gotten away from me. If I could get this dang dumb thing wrong, I could stop repeating myself. Y'all can stop thinking I done damn miscombobulated or something over here, like a damn robot doll. See, I'm pulling out all this shit today. You understand what I'm saying? Like the sex toys, sex sex toy 4000 and shit. Sex bot Susie. Tyann, you got you a sex bot Susie? Okay, I'm just playing. I take that back. Let me fucking make a disclaimer. Tyann does not have a fucking sex bot. So don't nobody go out here talking about, ooh, Tyann got a sex bot. Nekaybaaw said Tyann got a sex bot. I am not high already. I promise you I'm not. I just I just sound like this. Hey, hey, Miss Coleman. No, I just sound. I'm telling you. Look. Okay, let me go on and tell y'all. Look, I got a partial in my mouth. It is very new. I do not know what the hell to do with it, and it's got me over here sounding like like I'm Sex Bot 2000 or something in the mouth. I don't even know. Shit. Sorry. I'm tripping over here. Because I can actually hear myself play back. It's funny. I just heard myself talking about this sex bot. It's stupid. I'm only talking about the sex bot because my mama called me the other day trying to tell me about this damn Japanese sex bot. And I'm like, Mom, that bot, that shit is about 20 years old. They've just perfected it just now. It's not a big deal. They've been doing this for quite some time. It's all right. But they look so real. I know. They look real, Ma. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. No jokes. What they be saying? Pause. And then what the New Yorkers say? Pause. And then what y'all say, Taya? Pause. That ain't how it goes. It's pause. You say it like that. You say pause. Anyway. Oh, Diane. Come in here start no shit. Okay. With that statement that you just made right there, please don't come in here start no shit. Because I really want to respond to your I really want to respond to what you just said and just go the fuck off. But I really can't. I have to maintain composure. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna maintain composure. But then again, seriously, on some real shit, because I date women also, I'm gonna go on ahead and agree with you on that. And my preference is black women. I've never dated outside of my race, actually. Never. Don't really plan on it unless no, don't really plan on it, to be honest with you. Oh man, you know what? And I don't really understand why we feel I don't really understand why we feel so entitled as women to receive something or things that we do not give. For the life of me, I do not understand why you feel you need to receive a certain type of love when you give a half-assed version of it. I don't understand why you want someone to give so much, you give nothing. For me, this has happened repeatedly. So this is not a one person scenario. This is repeatedly with women. And I feel like particularly women of color. And I'm not being funny, but I know why and I understand why. A lot of it has to do with having to be self-sufficient for so long to the point you have isolated men and whatever men provide in a relationship, be that protection, be that whatever it is. A lot of us have isolated that shit because we said it to ourselves a long time ago that we didn't need it. And if we didn't say it, then our mamas probably told us that shit because they went through a particular they went through whatever they went through to where they had to lift themselves up and do it themselves, so they taught their daughters that. So we continue to pass that shit down, forgetting that it really takes a unit to do it. Now I'm sitting here saying this shit to you as a lesbian, and I know and I understand that it takes a unit. And when I say unit, I mean the nuclear natural unit. I understand that very fucking well, and I've never shied away from it. This is probably why I'm separated from the community because I don't believe in community. I don't believe in LGBT politics. That shit don't rock with me in my life. It doesn't fit for me personally. So a lot of things within it I don't agree with, and I find myself on the opposite spectrum, of what majority of the folks in their life are thinking, and that's perfectly okay. I think that's all well and good. You know what I'm saying? Because hell, I was born alone, die alone. I could surely stand alone in my thought process, in my opinion. I don't need a team of soldiers to rock with me in order to make myself valid. I don't need a team, period, to rock with to make myself valid. I don't even, do I sound like I need a team? I don't think so. The you know, I just think that women we have lost sight of rebuilding our structure, rebuilding our family, because we too have succumbed to the idea of let's just get this money. But once you got the money, then what? Because I know women that have money or have access to money or made lots of money that are super fucked up. So the money didn't make you a better person. It only gave you access to be a better asshole, in my opinion. Because when you don't have something, that's the true testament to know who the fuck you are. Because you got to go through all of these things. You still got to go through life like everybody else. And if you can make life out of nothing, then goddamn it, you got some character somewhere. I think I'm speaking from experience when I say this shit. No, I just think a lot of us sisters, I just think we lost sight on the things that we should be doing, that we should be building upon in order to sustain the black family. I just think we're so far off the gamut. You know what I'm saying? If we get our shit together, we get our shit right. The brothers don't really have no choice but to step up to that. And if they don't, then we really, truly, truly, truly fucked. But at the end of the day, this world revolves around vagina. So when the vagina corrects itself, so will the penis. Remember, the penis has to insert itself inside of the vagina, right? And it cannot do that without permission. So get that pussy right so that everything else can fall into perspective. That is my personal opinion. It's always been that way. The nation can go no further than its woman. I'm a true Moor. I'm a true Moor. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. That whole picture of Noble Drew Ali on the Circle 7 carrying the woman out of water, that was a true thought process. That was some real shit. Because even he knew back then, if he didn't save the woman, our nation is shit. We don't have a nation without us. And if our mind is fucked up and we so far out here, we want to be sex bots. We want to fucking get out here and get ass shots. We want to be the baddest bitch on the block. That is our fucking goal set. That's what we reach. That's what we reaching out for these days. Our goal set is to be the baddest bitch on the planet, and that encompasses the biggest ass, the nicest lips, the lightest, fairest skin, the longest, fuckest, fakest hair possible. That is consistent of a bad bitch. And I'm supposed to roll up to that? That's what I'm supposed to fucking be? Hell to the nah. Hell to the nah. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me because that's what we have aspired to. Brothers are literally leaving their wives that they done been with 10 to 20 plus years to go get with a bad bitch. And then 3 years later, the nigga sitting here looking stupid as fuck because she done left his ass high and dry for the next richest nigga. You understand? Because she a pass around. That's it. That's all she's ever been. That's all she's ever gonna be. She's a pass around. But y'all niggas out here trying to wife the pass around and the bad bitch. And you're leaving the woman that actually ain't really down with all of this bullshit, that's really just trying to like be herself, get into herself, show some self-love, teach her children. She's out here by herself. Because she can't even find nobody that's on her level. Because y'all niggas out here, y'all want something that you can't even like really attain to, because what you're really going after is the white woman in blackface, reversed. I'm going to say it again. You're going for the white woman in blackface, reversed. She ain't got no flat ass now. She got a big ass because she copying off of us. She copying off of me. Her lips are no longer, no, you no longer got to find her, look for her fucking lips no more because she went and got Botox and beefed them up. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm saying all this to say we both ain't right, men nor women. But I definitely feel like if women get straight, we rise up to the challenge, no longer accept bullshit because we're no longer giving it. Remember, it goes both ways. We could actually be doing some shit. We could get a lot of things accomplished. We could get a lot of shit accomplished. But yeah, I don't, you know what? Yeah, man, exactly. Exactly. Oh man, that title shit, that right there, that's some whole westernized construct shit. Cause they told your ass that you was gonna get married, you take on his name, this whole little thing. So you got into that shit. But I still feel like it's a slippery slope because black folks are so, we into titles too. Cause we like to rock with the queen, the fucking king, the emperor, the empress. We like to rock with all of that shit. And I'm not knocking any of that because I understand it from the endearing aspect. But if we really want to put things in perspective and be truthful, let's be honest about the shit. None of you motherfuckers are kings and queens. Because in order to be a king or a queen, you have to have subjects. You have to have a kingdom and you have to have a queendom. So you have something that you rule over. That is what makes a king or a queen. A lord, you cannot be a lord unless you own real estate property. Then you can put lord in front of your name. That is what a lord is. It is a holder of real estate title. Just as that's what I'm saying. This shit right here, like is deep. They done told y'all you had a title, but you don't have any titles. We don't have any titles. I'm not gonna do this whole spiel on the Morris shit. I'm just gonna say briefly, we don't have any titles by way of the 14th Amendment. The only title you got is slave. That's it. Until you get rid of that slave title, you can take on no others. When did you ever see a slave become a queen or king? I'll wait. I'll wait. And I'll be waiting for the rest of my life because that does not happen. So for us to keep rocking with this false facade, telling each other, "Hey, king, hey, king, hey, this," I'm not telling no nigga that shit until I see that he has a kingdom that he's ruling over. Then I'll call him King Joffrey Jofer, whatever the fuck you want him to be. I'll call him that. Outside of that, he doesn't get that from me. But if he has a true title, then he does. Outside of that, I'm not even with that. You know what I'm saying? And that whole thing, the reason why I talk about the titles is because that goes over into the whole thing of wanting to be married before you're even marriage material. So that's why I'm saying that. You want to be a queen, you want to be a king before you're even that material. You don't even have material. Okay, that's the first thing. You ain't even got no materials. So how do you want to be something that you're not? You can't be. You can't be, and it's unfortunate that you're taking on something. And I get it; it motivates you to want to be better or whatever. But whatever, post that shit on your wall and aspire to it. Put that bitch in your vision board and aspire to that. But until you are that, don't call yourself that. I don't even call myself a writer or a poet because I feel like something that the people deem you. Titles are given by the people. They're not taken on by self. Selfish as fuck. People give us the title. Hey, people give us the title. Yeah, see, you did. You did. I'm done. I'm done on that shit. 'Cause I don't even want to. I wouldn't even see mess around with y'all. I wasn't even trying to talk about this stuff. I'm actually about to like end this up so I can go and outside and hang out and smoke a little or something. I haven't eaten today. I need to fix eat. I just been kind of like sitting around, yeah, doing some other things. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot going on that can be discussed. I'm trying to keep this as less long-winded as possible because I can keep going from topic to topic. Not a big thing. Mm. No, you're all right. No, I promise you, you're fine. I'm not tripping at all. I'm not tripping at all. It's been a minute since I've been on this YouTube on my I didn't expect to talk. I finally figured out the right settings for my OBS. So I feel like I'm in the game now. I got my mic working, like my regular microphone. Got it all set up like it's a boom mic. So I got it popping. I'm kind of happy about that. Able to actually finally figure it out, so I can actually um, possibly help someone else figure out their situation. But yeah, I've been trying to get this shit to work for like a year. It ain't been that long, but definitely like at least 4 or 5 months. And I don't know, like it was working at one point, it stopped working. My configuration changed. Anyway, what you guys doing tonight? The rest of the evening, as far as Sunday. Yeah, uh, it's probably because of where I'm at right now and things that I'm going through personally. This definitely has me in reflection for the last month or so. And, this particular subject matter that you brought up, I can be honest and say I'm very angry. I have anger around it because of my own experiences. So that's why I had to be real very careful in my words and how I handled that because I really could sit here and fucking like do this shit for like 5 hours and be full of fire because I'm in a space. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm about to. I think I'm gonna watch a movie or something while I eat. I'm about to do that now. I finished. I watched that damn Surviving R. Kelly shit yesterday, and I actually was gonna go live dealing with that shit today, talking about that, but not from that perspective, but more so from the perspective of okay, so now these motherfuckers want to jump on the bandwagon. Now you want to say that he's a pedophile. Okay, now what? Now what? You know what I'm saying? My thing is, yeah, he's always been the shitbag scum bucket. But it didn't start with him and it don't end with him. So people cannot be so fixated on him. I'm not fixated. Mm, yeah. Mm, newly and I don't even want to speak. Yeah. As far as this guy. We did. We knew that shit. Well, I mean, if you're in my age group, you knew that shit when the whole Aaliyah thing came out. Because I'm 43. At that time, Aaliyah was 15. Because I was like 19 or 20. So he's always been because even with that then to do the calculation, she was 15 when he got married. He was 15 and he was 27. That's still way past the spectrum of what it should be. Okay, then people like, well, women used to get married when they was younger. That bullshit. Okay, whatever. All right, let's pass that shit on up. All right, fine. Okay, well, what about the fucking 12-year-old that he was fucking in the sex tape and he was well over 30 plus? Speak on that one, and I'm gonna wait on that one, motherfucker. Wait on you to justify that one. Can't nobody justify that one. That's a baby. She was 12. She can't even move her fucking hips that good. She don't even look sexy. But to a pedophile, it does. Exactly. That's my thing. Yeah, I get it. R. Kelly's been a long time coming. But we have to think about why. Who's been behind that shit, controlling it? Who's been working his shit? Seriously, who's been working his shit for him? Because he's a dumbass fuck. So who's been really working and handling his business? Somebody at RCA. Because if you look at the roster of RCA, the artists that are on RCA, speaking of which, the artists that are on RCA alone, just say, let me just do this real quick. Seriously, on some real shit. There's no bullshit. On all bullshit aside. Yes, ma'am. She was 12 years old at the time. And he tried to lie and say she was 14, but that was a lie. She was 14 when they talked about it, when the young girl talked about it, and she was asked. So that's a fucking lie. Like he's actually fucking a baby, he's fucking a child, because that's what he's into, child fucking. Okay, and I'm not trying to be funny when I say that. I mean that with all of the hatred that I can muster up in my body. I mean that because one thing on this planet I do not like pedophiles. I think all pedophiles should burn in hell, personally, because they ruin lives. And just watching the in depth nature of the shit that he has going on. Exactly. Thank you, Tyon. And that is ridiculous. You're 100% right. People only speaking up because they ain't getting paid. Come on, yo. Like, really? Like, really? Because the payments ain't coming in no more. So y'all gonna stop? Y'all not gonna, I can't. Trying to get this thing. That's very interesting. I'm not getting paid. That's really deep. But I know it's the truth. I know it's the truth. I know it is. It's gotta be. All right. This. I just threw this up here real quick because this is so R. Kelly's on RCA. That's the label that he's on. So other artists, as you can see, artists currently signed to RCA Records. You got Britney Spears, Shakira, SZA, Christina Aguilera, Miley Cyrus, Justin Timberlake, Alicia Keys, Backstreet Boys, Usher, Charlie Wilson, R. Kelly, Enrique Iglesias, Foo Fighters, Kings of Leon, Kesha, Khalid, whoever the fuck that is. Oh, okay. D'Angelo, Pentatonics, Pink, Craig David, Buddy Guy, 101, Walk the Moon, Pitbull, and Zayn. One of the reasons why I wanted to show this is because these particular artists right here, what do you realize about all these artists? Majority of the artists on this list. Have you noticed anything about any of the artists on this list? If nobody noticed it, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. More than half of these artists then lost their mind and then went crazy in a public forum or spectrum. Britney Spears, Miley Cyrus, Timberlake, Alicia Keys and had her breakdown, Backstreet Boys, Usher. You know what I'm saying? Like I could keep fucking going on. They even did it to Enrique Iglesias. Pitbull, of course. We don't even know where Craig David is. That nigga just said, fuck the industry. He got the fuck out of here. But I did this to show there's a significance here. Whomever is behind this shit here, whoever is behind helping these people, are the same people behind helping R. Kelly. They're all helping each other. I mean, they're all helping these particular artists. All of these people here went the law. The majority of these people have been in the news for something crazy, something nutty. I question RCA, and of course, RCA is a derivative of Sony Music. Y'all should already know. It's on some bullshit. It always has been. It's industry bullshit. They protect each other. And when you start to get into when you get into pedophilia, pedophilia is so protected. It's like it is so protected. It's crazy. I don't think they'll ever be able to bring this brother down because it's so protected. And what he's doing, I agree with Kaya. This is a white man's crime. And they really gonna slap you on the wrist for this type of shit. And because of the mere fact that his crimes are against women of color, who's gonna give a fuck about that, right? Because black lives don't matter. Who gives a shit that a black woman has been hurt, has been raped, has been murdered, has been maimed, defiled? Who gives a shit? Nobody. He knows that. Just like he knows somebody told him, just say that they all 19 years old or 17. Because keep in mind, those are the two numbers that he liked to use, 17 and 19. 17 is the age of consent, and 19 makes it legal. So if you say you met her when she was 17, can't really say shit, and then now you friends with a 19-year-old, because he got a lot of 19-year-old friends, right? Man, that's what I'm saying. I gotta see through this shit. You gotta see through this. Exactly. Yes. Tommy Mottola was over Columbia. Yes. Yeah, Tommy Mottola was over Columbia. Tommy Mottola and Michael Jackson had beef. And a lot of that beef came because he rescued Mariah Carey from that marriage. He helped her get out of that marriage and get away from Tommy Mottola and protected her for years, up until the point she married Nick Cannon. And then Nick Cannon took over the protection, and then now you see her kind of willy nilly out here on her own or whatever, trying to dibble and dabble with these billionaires and shit. But to be honest, it's just, yeah, I don't even really want to get into that aspect, but it was a whole thing. That was a whole thing. Tommy Mottola lives on the run. Okay, he loves the ladies. Oh yeah, yeah, it did. I heard that. I heard that. But that, I mean, I would have figured he had friends, cop friends, way back in the day. I figured that already. But I really think it's deeper than just having friends as cops. I really think it's more so about being members to societies, belonging to these um, organizations, shit like NAMBLA, National Man Boy Love Organization, shit like that. It's belonging to those types of organizations that affords you this type of thing. Um, these are the people that will have certain things about you erased. They'll have, you know what I'm saying? They will help you carry an image, and also the entire. This is another reason why the whole shit is iffy in the first place. The documentary, the whole nine. I really, I don't personally know Dream Hampton. I've met Dream before, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that I know her. So I don't know what her agenda is. I don't know, but I do know that she goes hard for stories on women. But I'm gonna say this: the Carlisle Group sponsored this documentary. Anybody know anything about the Carlisle group? I could probably just leave that right there. And really, that's all I am. When I saw the little ad with Alyssa Milano, I was like, oh shit, the Carlisle group must be over this. Just look up the Carlisle group. You understand what I'm saying? Basically, the Carlisle group was founded by Harvey Weinstein. Boop. Okay, I'm about to end this fucking live. Okay, because I don't even need to be. You understand? Like this shit is like it's a waste of time, yo. It's a waste of time going after this shit in this way because these people are so inundated in these societies and shit. A lot of times they put stuff out here for our pure entertainment. For me looking at this whole surviving R. Kelly thing, I looked at it from a completely different perspective that maybe some people would. I'm looking at this because he has progressed what he's doing. My question is, what is the progression about? Where is the progression leading him to? Now, the next thing I asked myself was, is R. Kelly doing all of this for just R. Kelly and not someone else or other organizations? Could he possibly be capturing women and trading them off, or you know what I'm saying, as sex slaves, sending them different places? Because you have to fucking question why you have two of his slaves in Cali, in Beverly Hills. You gotta fucking question that. And I'm always gonna question it because I live out here on the West Coast. When we see this kind of shit, we already know that's on some Oasis type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? Especially if you have an artist like that, y'all follow him around, he feeds you, he clothes you, he does everything for you. 9 times out of 10, he's bringing your ass up here or sending you up here to fuck other people. That's what I'm thinking. Because if this nigga has gone so far as to sexually program a woman out of her femininity and into masculinity, god damn it, you can't tell me that there is no higher agenda to what the fuck he has going on. Because that right there to me signaled way more than just some old raunchy ass nigga from Chicago that like to fuck young girls. That's some high level shit. He turned a girl from her normal self into something that she is not. Y'all peep that? That's deep. Now this is coming from someone who lives. I am a woman, and I'm a woman, but I have masculine tendencies. Although I have feminine, I'm pretty much split. Like I'm not walking around here like a fucking dude. I'm not trying to be a man. I've never been on that shit. I'm more kind of like, I can't even say I'm kind of like Aaliyah because I don't wear makeup. I don't do that. So I'm a little more just natural with my shit or whatever. But I'm only saying that to say that I understand some of the psychological implications of it, of her possibly changing up the way that she dressed, this, that, and the third to feel safe. Thinking that that would provide her some safety. But that's not what was said. It was stated that he changed her into being a boy and uses her as his boy toy. That's what was stated. So that is a deliberate change that he made. That's a deliberate change that he forced upon this young lady. That's just real to me. That's deep. Exactly. He was nowhere to be found, and that was telling to me. That was fucking telling. Now we already know that those two young ladies, they're definitely in a relationship together. They definitely find comfort within each other. Know that. But they were not in LA on some fucking holiday leisure hanging out type of shit. They was on some workflow because LA is one of them places you can't come here and not have something to do. You will get swallowed up and ate the fuck up out here. And you'll be right down the corner talking to yourself like everybody else that did lost their mind. It's one of those places. Hollywood is one of those places. And if you don't get picked up by some satanic cult, some Hollywood shit, then you got to deal with music weirdos. There's a lot of weird shit. Exactly. 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 He sure did. Exactly. This is interesting. Man, I appreciate y'all for hanging out. I definitely am finna pull out now. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll come back later or something. I don't know. I'm very hungry. I am starving. I am starving, and I was not finna be talking about R. Smelly's ass. I said I wasn't gonna do it. I said I was not gonna do it because that documentary it took a lot out of me for sure. It was very spiritual consuming. Say that. All right, you guys. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me tonight. It's been a pleasure. Um, I miss talking to you, talking to y'all. Hopefully, soon I'll be back. I know it'll probably be, I don't know when, but I'm not gonna even say when. So let me not even say. I got a lot of shit happening. You guys take care. Have a great evening and be safe. And let's try to love somebody purely, honestly, openly. Even if it's your sex bot, Tayana, just love it, okay? And I'm gonna go. All right. All right. Ah.